There's a type of pain people don't talk about. The pain of wanting to buy something simple and realizing you can't afford it. The pain of checking your bank account with anxiety. The pain of acting normal in front of people, while secretly wondering how you're going to survive the next few weeks. Some people listening to this right now are exhausted, not lazy, not weak, exhausted. Exhausted from trying, exhausted from worrying, exhausted from carrying financial pressure every single day. And the worst part about financial struggle is not just the lack of money. It's what the lack of money does to your mind. Because after a while, you stop feeling peace. You stop sleeping deeply. You stop dreaming. You start surviving. And survival mode changes people. It makes people anxious, irritated, emotionally numb, ashamed. You start feeling embarrassed by things nobody else even notices. Like having to say, "I can't afford that right now." Or pretending you're busy because you don't have gas money. Or looking at your children and silently wishing you could give them more. Some people watching this have cried in secret over money. Not because they're materialistic, but because they're tired of feeling stuck. Tired of sacrificing everything. Tired of watching life pass by while barely staying afloat. And nobody sees that pain. Nobody sees the mental battle of constantly calculating. Bills, debt, groceries, rent, late payments, survival. Nobody sees how humiliating financial struggle can feel. Especially when you're trying your best. Especially when you pray. Especially when you work hard. Especially when you feel like everyone around you is moving forward, while your life feels frozen. And little by little, financial pressure starts attacking your identity. You stop feeling capable. You stop believing in yourself. You stop expecting good things. You start preparing emotionally for disappointment before anything even happens. That's what poverty does to the mind. It trains people to expect lack, to expect failure, to expect struggle. And eventually, many people stop living. They only survive. But listen carefully to me right now. You were not created just to survive. You were not born to live emotionally crushed by fear every single day. And tonight, before we even pray for financial breakthrough, we need to confront something deeper. Because sometimes the greatest damage caused by financial struggle is invisible. It's what happened inside your mind. The fear, the hopelessness, the exhaustion, the silent belief that maybe your life will never change. Some people listening right now have already lost confidence in themselves. You used to dream bigger. You used to believe more. You used to have hope. But life hit you so many times financially that now you expect disappointment automatically. And maybe that's exactly why this video found you tonight. Not just for money, but because your spirit is tired, your mind is tired, your heart is tired. You miss peace. You miss breathing without pressure sitting on your chest. You miss sleeping without fear or about tomorrow. And maybe you've reached the point where you don't even know what to pray anymore. So tonight, I want to pray with the part of you that feels exhausted, the part nobody sees, the part carrying silent fear, the part wondering, how much longer can I live like this? Because financial struggle is not only about money. It affects your confidence, your relationships, your mental health, your sleep, your faith, your emotions, your future. And many people are fighting battles nobody around them even notices. Some people are smiling publicly while breaking privately. Some people are encouraging others while secretly feeling hopeless inside. Some people are one unexpected bill away from emotional collapse. And tonight, I need you to hear this carefully. Your situation may be difficult, but your story is not over. This season may have wounded your confidence, but it has not destroyed your value. Debt is not your identity. Lack is not your identity. Fear is not your identity. And even if your life feels delayed right now, God still knows how to open doors nobody can shut. But before breakthrough happens externally, something has to heal internally, because fear changes the way people think. Fear makes people panic. Fear destroys creativity. Fear steals vision. Fear convinces people that nothing will ever improve. And the enemy loves exhausted minds, because exhausted people stop believing change is possible. But tonight, we are breaking that agreement with hopelessness. Right now, before the prayer even begins, I want you to stop for one moment and release the pressure you've been carrying alone. You do not have to pretend anymore. God already sees the pressure. God already sees the fear. God already sees the tears nobody knows about. And tonight, instead of drowning in anxiety, we are going to fight back with faith. Not fake positivity, real faith. The kind of faith that survives painful seasons. The kind of faith that keeps breathing even when life feels heavy. The kind of faith that says, I may be struggling, but I refuse to believe my life will stay this way forever. Now breathe deeply, because this prayer tonight is not just about financial survival. It's about emotional restoration, mental restoration, spiritual restoration, and financial breakthrough. Tonight, we pray for peace in your mind, wisdom in your decisions, favor over your life, open doors, unexpected opportunities, strength to continue, healing from financial trauma, and the courage to believe again, because your life is not over. And this difficult season will not have the final word.